Morning, little kitties. That's good. Right, Didge? Thunder. Pumping Def into the new Thunder Creek trailer here. We have not used this thing yet, so gotta fill it up. Well, Dad is putting diesel in that trailer. I am gonna grease the top of that grain leg. Luckily, I don't have to do this every day because there's never really a time that I enjoy it. I'll probably just meet you guys up there. Oh, hey, fancy meeting you up here. I can probably see most of your houses from here. So up that way, that's Canada. New York City's in that direction. I think I can see the top of, you know, that one place up there. That was a good one, Zach. You got him good. You see this giant bearing? He likes to have grease once in a while. And so does this giant bearing. It's a baseball. If you've been watching for any amount of time, you get it. You know why that's here. Belts look okay. I'll put a shot of grease in here, and that's really kind of the only reason I had to come all the way up here. And it's nice, I can see the rows on that field, everything to the north, standing nice and tall. That field right there is our farthest north field that's got wind damage. From here it looks like it's not so bad on the south half. All right, I'll meet you guys down there. You know what? You go first. I made it. I survived. Let's go farming. That guy's farming. There are 2 loads that have been put in since the dryer ran empty this morning. So the first thing I'm going to do is fire up that dryer. Oh, hi Anna. Come here. This all appears to be running fine. Everything is up and running and going good, so I'm gonna head back to the field. Just in time for Alan to come back. I'm actually gonna jump trucks with him and set a couple other things up here. I enjoy keeping an eye on the air system a lot of the time. I'm always a little nervous about it, so I don't mind having somebody around here, especially me. That way I can't blame anybody else if something stupid happens. And on my way again. This neighbor tried some soybeans last night, left his machine sitting. And he pushes pretty hard, so if those beans would go, they'd be out there getting them. That tells me we can stick to corn. Well, that and the fact that we actually walked out there a couple hours ago and the beans were 19-20%, so we need to wait till they get dried back down to 14-13% before we think about it. They're starting to knock some acres out in this field now.
If you're good, yeah.
Editor, I don't know if you saw his shenanigans or not there, but it's up to you whether or not you want to leave that in. What an artistic shot. I can be such an artist when I want to be. Well, that's not bad. It's a little lightweight, but moisture's good. You know what I think? I think if I'm going to spend more days like this running trucks and watching the dryer, we need to get an Onyx cam so that he can have a camera in there and keep you guys up to speed with what's going on between him and the combine. What do you guys think?
Did your dad change something on it?
gave Onyx the camera for a couple of hours. I don't know if he said much to it or not. I have not looked, but he's a little bit timid to talk to the camera. He doesn't mind being on camera, but he doesn't want to direct where the information's going and do the talking. So it's up to you guys to convince him that we need an Onyx cam. And in some of this down corn that we've got, I like these winglets if you've got good straight corn, but when you don't, it seems to grab some of the rows next to it. I really like this auger, this rolling auger, but I don't like this end snout being up. So I'm gonna put it down if I can get everything out of it. Just gotta figure out how it works. I think there's chaff hung up in it.
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me. But maybe never been down.
We had them down last year.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think there's just chaff inside there. There. Nope. Psych. Oh, there's a... What's that about? I got a bolt missing. Ah, I see. Well, this side won't stay down because it's got a bolt missing. The knob is on the outside there, that black knob.
That's what I was pulling. It doesn't work. It doesn't seem to do anything.
Pretty sure that's it, but... Yeah, just...
Oh, that's supposed to hold it down.
There. Yeah, it holds it down. It wants to come up.
Okay, sure.
But the other one, there's a bolt that goes on a slider here that keeps it, kind of guides it in place. But the nut is missing, so it's just kind of, it doesn't stay locked down. I've moved over to the grain cart now. We're on our last couple loads of the day, but look at some of these areas on how bad this corn is down. And it's highly variable. Some areas are not bad, like this spot, and some are like that last spot you just saw. So what we're actually doing right now is kind of testing, making a couple rounds in spots to see how many bad areas there are throughout this field because it's such a big field. And we're kind of seeing if we think we can run both ways because it's all leaning to the south in those spots. So if we can run both ways would be nice, but there's a lot of spots where I don't think we can. It seems like we're losing half the crop, or we're not getting half the crop when we drive to the south because the snouts can't get underneath it and pick those stalks up. So we're kind of doing side-by-side trials. On the last round we made, you could actually see it on the yield monitor where we yielded 30, 40, 50 bushels better going north than we did coming back to the south. So what we might run into, what we've had to do before when it gets this bad, is we'll only combine headed to the north, dump headed north, pick up on that end, drive all the way back to this end without combining, and only harvest when we're heading to the north. It's slow and it's frustrating and it's hours on the machine that are very expensive when you're not processing grain, but what do you do? It's expensive to leave 30% of your crop in the field also. Like this area here, I don't think the camera does it justice. Even just being in here doesn't do it justice. That corn is impossible to pick up when you're driving with the direction that it's leaning. I don't know if we got a plug row or something broken or what's going on here for sure. Is there not anything? Okay. Oh, it's off. We've got a gathering chain off. So most likely what happened was running through those stalks, running the head low, not being able to see, getting a big clump of roots probably pulled up in there, and the dirt got in there. And it jumped this chain off this sprocket. It looks like everything's probably fine, but that chain's in there tight. It's kind of kinked in there. So what we're gonna have to do is, since we're close enough to home, we're just gonna run it home. We don't have enough tools down here really to tackle this anyway, and we're only, if we go out that end of the field, we're 4 miles from home. So we're gonna bring it home, make sure we got the right tools, do it right, and then we're gonna put those tools in the Thunder Creek trailer so that we've got those with. We haven't had too many gathering chain issues the last few years, but when the corn is down, that's when you start running into this. And of course we're in a spot where we can't get all the way through because we were just breaking through. So I'm probably gonna back the cart up all the way and he's just gonna twist around in here. That's only like a half a mile. Shouldn't be a problem. And if it is a problem, I just won't show it to you guys on camera. We can edit that out. I'm kidding, of course. It would make great content, and personally, I really just don't care if a few of you want to make fun of me. See, he can twist pretty good. I cannot twist quite as well. Luckily, there's not a lot of traffic out here. 5 before, you want me to ride with you, or should I bring an empty truck home?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. Wish we had a full truck, but we don't. Do you want to bring the fuel tender home?
I can do that. That would make sense.
Yeah, we might not need that down here.
Before it leaves, we could even top off. Well, I'm going to be faster than you with that anyway, so I could top this tractor off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and this is 3/4. I guess, yeah, we could fill it too, couldn't we?
Yeah, this is under half a tank of DEF already, though. That one we could fill it at home if we really need it.
Yeah, let's just run this home. Yeah, we might as well run it home, fix it, and then we can leave it inside in case it rains tomorrow. It went really good for you backing up the way it looked for me.
Didn't have to stop once.
I better dump corn in there so I can pull the hopper for the grain hopper. It's nice to have this in the shed if it's gonna rain.
Yeah, that is a good point. Oh, dang it.
He ended at 5 o'clock today.
Well, it's 6:30 now. By the time we drive it home and get that on, get it fixed, it's gonna be 7:30 at least, probably 8 o'clock by the time we get back here. So that's gonna be dark. Dealing with this corn in the dark is worse than dealing with it in the daylight.
I'll go shut the trucks off. It'd be nice if we could get through here too, and we could maybe knock some trees down, put a couple loads of gravel in there, and use that road like we used to.
I actually had that in mind for after harvest. Anyway, what I'm saying is, I think we're done combining for the night. So I got to spend a solid 20 minutes in this grain cart. Say it with me now. Come on. Thunder. Zero out the new analog gauge. Oh, stuck on a step. Come on, one-handed. There we go. And thunder def. Double bumping, double teaming? That doesn't seem right. We better stick, we'll go double bumping. Oh, look at this. The natto bean operation is going. Things must be getting a lot drier. Because we can't reverse it, otherwise that would clean that out.
Yeah. I wonder if that's what did this chain that way when I did reverse it.
You don't think it was off before you did that?
Yeah, but that might not have been...
Oh, kinked like that.
Yeah.
Maybe we should flip it on for a second.
That's what I did wonder, but then you gotta start the machine inside the shed.
Oh, I'm not starting it in here. We'd fold it up and drive it out.
What if I pull the belt?
Yeah, try that. Just the auger and the feeder house have moved, nothing on the head. Yeah, there's no belt over there.
It's got to move to the other side anyway.
Right. Oh, I got some of it. It's so wet.
It is wet.
There, I got a good wad of it out from under that chain. If that corn gets snow on it, it's done.
But if the field gets to be mud, then we're plowing in mud on top
Yeah.
of it. And more brittle stalks. It's never going to go better than it does now.
No. It's only gonna get worse.
I'm
It seems
guessing
like-
we won't get it back far enough for that kink in there.
Well, the gear can. If the gear can go back, push the sprocket back, and then it releases this piece of the chain. And then when this is loose,
Yeah, if we can. But then I can't pry in here to do that. Well, what if can we just pry the chain up?
yeah.
Yeah, like that.
But then, I wonder if we're gonna have to take this sort of guide off. Boy, that chain really got kinked in there, didn't it?
Yeah. I'm afraid to get it.
It's still bound. Oh, there we go. Okay. If it didn't wreck the chain.
Yeah, that'll be the next thing. The chain will break tomorrow.
Right. Yeah, as long as it gets on there. Oh. There. All right, we got that pretty well done. I don't think it wrecked anything. The sprockets and the chain look okay.
Remember where these latches are?
Just pull, I think, there.
Pull?
Yeah. Same deal. It's on just a pressurized cylinder. That actually went a lot better than I expected and a lot faster, but now it is 8 o'clock at night. The dryer's still running, but I didn't have any lights on because there was still daylight when I walked in here. If we were working closer to home, maybe we'd go back out and work for a couple hours. There's a pretty good chance of rain in the morning, so we're not gonna drive back down there and get started right now. That moon is awesome. The camera can't do that justice. I'm just gonna park this tarp truck over the pits for the night because it'll help keep some rain out of the pits. And then, I don't know, go eat supper, sit on the couch. Well, that's it. I'm done here. Thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate it. Keep it between the rows. Don't get all crazy and start running over rows on me.